Some people are dressed up because it's Purim was on Wednesday. That's why.
Purim.
This is our
Purim.
party.
Yeah.
We don't celebrate holidays. We celebrate holiday months. Just in case it's not convenient to do it on the exact day.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Well, this
That's
is
why
Halloween.
we drink so much.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Not a costume
I like
party.
that.
What's this?
It's not Halloween and it's not
Nope. It's not Halloween, but we dress up on Purim.
it's Purim now.
Right, it's Purim. It was
Hey,
Purim on
Jillian.
Wednesday and Wednesday night, and we are celebrating it today. And so we can wear a costume for Purim.
Purim is one whole week, though, even though it started Wednesday. It still is Purim.
Not a
And
costume.
there's actually two of them this year.
Jillian, show Aunt Lisa your beautiful nails.
Lisa, look at my
Shalom, everyone.
Oh, great.
How's everyone doing? Hope
Beautiful.
everyone's good
I
today.
man.
Oh, here we have
Purim.
another Purim.
And
person.
even though Purim was on Thursday, but Purim was on Thursday in most places. But did you know that in Jerusalem they celebrate Purim on Friday today? So, well, in Jerusalem it's already evening, but they did celebrate it, and we're celebrating it now. It's evening here. Actually, in Jerusalem it's almost morning on Saturday. So, welcome to our Purim Bash, and more people are coming. We have a Purim Spiel. Sit
Good.
back and relax. A couple of rules for the people who are just joining us. Sometimes we mute everyone. We ask that you stay muted unless we say, please unmute. That way it allows everybody to hear everything. The other thing that we do is that we have the service on the screen. And if you want to really see the whole service, you can put it on speaker view and then you'll see it. You can do that for the Purim Spiel, or you can just keep it on gallery view and wave at everyone and have a good, grand old time. So if we are ready, Shabbat is here. Shabbat is a time to relax, to enjoy, to be happy. Let's take a deep breath and let it all out. Whatever happened this week, let it go, let it be. And as we enter Shabbat, we're going to enter it with a nigun. A nigun is a tune without any words. And you can just join in. If you know it, if you don't know it, you'll know it. And it also has, this particular one, has a special Purim tune to it. That's it. That's all it is. Ya la la ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la la la. חג פורים, חג פורים, חג גדול ליהודים, מסכות, רעשנים, שירים וריקודים. הבה נרישה רש רש רש, הבה נרישה רש רש רש, הבה נרישה רש 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 ברעשנים. הבה נרישה רש רש רש, הבה נרישה רש רש רש, הבה נרישה רש 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 ברעשנים. Here we go, and to see everyone. Ya la la ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la la la. Happy Purim, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Happy Purim. Shabbat Shalom, Happy Purim. And we have Rebecca lighting the candles for us.
All right,
so I just had to make sure that I unmuted myself.
Yes.
And hopefully you can see the candles. I tried to raise them up.
Yeah.
Barakata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. And sometimes we say amen ve'amen.
And do I add v'yom tov to it since we're doing Purim or no?
No, on Purim we don't do that. We do that if it's actually the one on, if it was Thursday, Friday, then we would do it. Today we don't because it's celebrated in Jerusalem on Friday, but we still don't say the Yom Tov. We could add it because it's always a Yom Tov. It's always a great day. So let's put the service up, and we're going to ask everyone to unmute, and Merle is going to lead us responsively. So the way it works is the bold is Merle, the leader, and then the italics is everyone else.
May the doors of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for fellowship.
May it
May
welcome all who have cares to a burden.
Thanks to express hope in our church.
May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness, pride, envy, and enmity.
May it make you high with places selfishness and harshness.
May this Kehillah be for all who enter the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
Amen.
Amen.
And as Shabbat enters, we sing kind of a love song to Hashem, to the one, to the universe, and we welcome Shabbat in a way that's very relaxing and very calming as we join in Yedid Nefesh. Yedid Nefesh Ahavah Kehillah Mishoch Avdecha El Ritzonecha Yarutz Avdecha Kemo Ayal Ishtachaveh Hai dai dai Hai dai 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 El mul hadarecha Yarutz Avdecha Kemo Ayal Ishtachaveh Hai dai dai Hai dai 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 El mul hadarecha לכו נרננה לאדוני נביאה לצור אישנו נקדמה פניו בתודה בזמירות נריע לו. Take it away, Israel.
שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. איי ליי 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 איי ליי 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 איי ליי ליי
תודה רבה. So the Kabbalists of Tzfat, they were mystical people hundreds of years ago, maybe 1,000 or so, maybe, no, a few hundreds. They would go out into the field in Israel, in Tzfat, in a city called Tzfat, a beautiful, beautiful city in the north. Right when everything was blooming, imagine a place that's perfect. The flowers are blooming just right. The breeze is just right. The temperature is not too hot and not too cold. And they would dress in white, and they would go out into the fields to welcome Shabbat. And this is what Lecha Dodi is, the next prayer that we're about to sing. They would welcome Shabbat, and they would have a metaphor for Shabbat as a bride or as a queen. And they would also welcome the Shekhinah, which is God's female eminence. And so, as we join in Lecha Dodi, let's picture that. Let's picture a beautiful field. Everything is as it should be in the world, and everything is where it should be.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat v'kabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat v'kabela. Shamor וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד ושמו לתפארת ולתהילה. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat v'kabela. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם, נעשוך סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat v'kabela. היי די די, היי די 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 Lecha Dodi, היי די 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 לקראת כלה, היי די 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 בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי על ידי שבין פרצי בני שמחה ונגילה. היי די די, היי די די Lecha Dodi, היי די די לקראת כלה, היי די 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 בני שבת נקבלה. בני שבת אוי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך כלה שבת Here we go. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה יאי לי 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 יאי לי 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 ברכו את אדוני המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, ברוך מעריב ערבים וחוכמת ישרים, ומעביר יום מביא לילה. אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבים. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
So we all know that famous story when the people of Israel, they left Egypt and they were in the desert and the Egyptians are chasing them and they have to cross the Sea of Reeds. And when they cross, Miriam, which is Moses' sister, takes her instruments and all the women of Israel take their instruments and lead the whole people in song and dance. And that is the Mi Kamocha. So This is Purim, and we really do have to sing and dance. So if you feel like it, get up, dance, clap your hands, get a little silly.
אלים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורא תהילות עושה פלא מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורא תהילות עושה ראו בניך בוקע יער לבני משה זה לי אנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורא
The rabbis tell us that more than we keep the Shabbat keeps us. It keeps us calm. It keeps us safe. If we take one day out of the week to just relax, to enjoy. And so we sing Vishamru. And then all of our thespians are going to get ready because the Purim Spiel is about to begin.
ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש ויהי נפש
So our Ahavah thespians are just amazing. You'll see in a second. They're going to do the Purim spiel. What is the story? And I wanted to introduce them and tell you who they are. So the narrators are going to be Chad, Noah, Christy, and Karen. And the King Achashverosh is going to be Max. Queen Vashti is going to be Meryl. Teresh is Paul. Bigtana is Rebecca. Mordechai is Isaac. Haman is Harry. Queen Esther is Tara. Servant is Kenny. Guard is Jessica. Haman's wife is Ellen. And the scene announcers, the ones who say scene 1, scene 2, are Ari, Lizzie, Izzy, and Jessica. And we even had understudies. We had Linda, and we had Jeffrey, and we had Adam. But luckily, everybody's here, so we can just have... So if you'd like to, this is the best way to watch it. If you put it on speaker view, you'll be able to watch everyone and everything, and you won't miss a thing. Because you'll notice that on the screen, it tells you who they are as well. So without further ado, a Purim spiel. Make sure that everyone unmutes. Did someone not unmute?
Shai.
Without further ado, a Purim spiel. Narrator.
King Ahasuerus reigned from India onto Ethiopia. In the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all the princes of the land. This feast was rich in food and drink and lasted 7 days. And on the 7th day, the king was very merry.
This party rocks. I'm very pleased with my feast and my guests.
My queen, the great King Ahasuerus has sent for you in presence of the throne room, where all the princes of the land feast in his honor.
Go back to the king. Tell him I shall not come. I am feasting in my own house with my own servants. They had bagel bites that aren't burnt.
The servant bows and goes back to the king.
My queen is the fairest in the land. Her voice is magnificent. I just love her.
My lord, the queen says she will not come.
What is this you say? She will not come? What will I do?
My king, if it will become known that Queen Vashti would not come out to your summoning, and all would doubt your ability to command respect, they will see you as a little crybaby. If it pleases the king, let them be sent away and take another her place.
So be it. I will never set eyes on her again, and I will take her crown, gold, and jewels and give them to another queen. But who shall be my new queen?
We shall put a season of Person Idol on Netflix. The winner will be your queen.
Scene 2. This time, Mordecai, a Jewish man, was living with his cousin Esther near the king's palace. Esther was very beautiful, and she had a beautiful velvety voice. In accordance with the command of the king, Esther went with the others to compete in Persian Idol. The king was greatly pleased with Esther and her amazing voice. He ordered her to go to the queen's house. The king gave Esther the best house and many servants to wait upon her. Esther found much favor in the king's sight, but kept her Jewish identity hidden.
Surely you are the most beautiful and talented woman in all the land. I will make you queen, and I will give unto you Vashti's crown, and throw a feast in your honor. Ask of me anything you wish to have, and I will assuredly give it to you.
Good king. I have everything I could ask for now. What more could I ask for?
Scene 3.
Currently, Mordecai sits at the gates of the king to be able to watch over Esther. Suddenly, he overhears 2 of the king's servants thus speaking.
The king is a huge idiot and not worthy to be king at all.
True that. I could make a better king myself Did you hear he couldn't even summon his queen? He was like, sweetie, hippie boppy booby boo, please come here. And she was like, nah.
See, that's why I'm wearing this crown. You know, you and I, we would be so much better. A man whose word is so weak ought not to be king. What if the king were to die? I mean, surely the new king would reward us very handsomely and we would be very powerful.
That is a good plan. Let us kill the king tonight. It will be easy. I've heard all his guards are on vacation and he takes sleeping pills like there's no tomorrow.
Mordecai went straight to the king's guardsmen, who in fact weren't on vacation. The guards took Bethana and Teresh and threw them in prison. The deed which Mordecai had done for the king was written in the book of records.
Scene 4. Scene 4.
In the 7th year of King Ahasuerus, he appointed a man named Haman to be his chief counselor.
Ooh. Ora.
Ooh.
Your father has served me well, but he is now old and smelly. If you will serve and advise me as well as he has, I will set you above all the princes in the land, so that everyone will show reverence, bow before you, and give you fancy gifts.
I will serve you faithfully.
And Haman went out of the gates, and indeed everyone bowed before him, all except Mordecai, who made Haman very angry.
Who is that man refusing to bow before me?
Mordecai is his name. You didn't ask, but he's Jewish. He says he only bows before his God.
Jewish, you say? Pah! I shall not stand for this insult.
Scene 4.
Scene 5.
Haman became resentful of Mordecai and his faith. He conspired to kill all the Jews. He went before the king that very night to settle the matter.
Oh, great and worthy king, there's a certain group of people scattered and dispersed around all the lands in your kingdom. The Jews believe in strange gods and do not respect the laws which you have laid down. Heed my advice and do not suffer them. Decree that they are to be banished or destroyed.
Sure, whatever. Take my ring. Do with these Jews as you please.
Scene 6.
Soon everybody hears the news that on the 13th day of the first month, a date Haman chose by lot, also known as Purim, all Jews are to be hunted and destroyed. Word of this went out to every prince of the land, to their lieutenants and governors, posted in every town square, and was sealed by the king's ring. When Mordecai heard all this, he replaced his clothing with sackcloth and ashes and went out into the midst of town to cry out in protest, and likewise did all the Jews.
My lady, your cousin Mordecai lies in the street, sackcloth and ashes, mourning that we not know what.
Oh, my poor cousin, go to him at once and take to him these clothes. He looks disgusting. Ask him what is wrong, what makes him weep.
Mordecai, my lady Queen Esther commands thee weep no more and put on these new clothes she brings you.
Alas, for my people, I will not do so.
What is wrong? Why do you weep?
I weep for Haman has sentenced all Jews to death under the order of the king's ring. Take this copy of the current news, I always have one on me, and give it to the queen. Tell her she must go before the king and plead for the Jews.
Esther reads the news and cries.
What wickedness! If only I could go before the king. It is known that going up to him without being called is certain death, and I have not been called these 30 days.
The servant goes to Mordecai to deliver the queen's concerns.
Tell the queen her God and her people are with her. I will make sure all Jews know to fast and pray for her safety for the next 3 days. After that, she should face the king. Hopefully, all the praying and fasting will work out. If not, get the coffin ready. Knew we'd keep it there for a reason.
Scene 7.
So it came to pass that on the third night, Esther put on her royal apparel and jewels, which the king had given her, and went into the inner court where the king sat upon his throne.
Queen Esther, how come you're here? Weren't you told as a death sentence to appear unsummoned?
I am aware of that law, O good king, but I could not wait to share the news of what I prepared for thee.
Okay, what is it you had to say? Any wish you ask for, I will grant.
My king, I come before you to extend an invitation for you and for your chief advisor, Haman. I invite you to partake in a banquet that I have prepared. It is there that I will sound my request.
Esther, my delight. Rest assured we will both be there.
Scene 8.
Now that was a great meal. These treasures you call bagel bites, magnificent. What were you going to ask for, Esther? Name it and it will be yours, even if you ask for half the kingdom.
My king, my request tonight will only be this. If I have found favor in your sight, and if it pleases you, come again tomorrow night, again with your advisor, for another banquet I shall prepare. Then I shall tell you what I desire.
Haman left the party with a glad heart and a stomach full of bagel bites. However, when he saw Mordecai, who would not bow before him, he grew wrathful once more.
I am a man of much power, riches, and glory. I am promoted above all man, save only the king. Esther has let no man come to her banquet except for the king and I, and tomorrow I am going to go again. But all this means nothing to me while that Jew, Mordecai, sitting at the gate, still refuses to bow to me.
Let the gallows be ready, my husband, and tomorrow hang Mordecai on them. That way he won't bother you anymore. I love the drama.
I know you do, dear. I'll take care of Mordecai yet.
Scene 9.
The night after Esther's first banquet, the king could not sleep. He called on his guard to bring him his book of records.
What a well-timed moment for me to look at my book of records. Now I recall that Mordecai saved my life only recently. What honor and dignity have been done to him for this service?
None has been done, my lord. You seem to think adding the account to the book of records would be enough.
Bring to me Haman.
Haman comes in.
Haman, tell me, what shall be done for a man the king wishes to honor?
Who could the king wish to honor but me, your boy Haman? Dress the man in the king's clothing and put on his head the royal crown. Give him the royal mount and have a noble prince lead him around the city proclaiming, "This man is super dope."
Very good. Make haste and do all that you said unto Mordecai, the Jew who sits at the gates.
So Haman was forced to do all they had said for the man he hated. He led him around the city calling out, "This man is super dope. This man is super dope." Later that day, Haman was summoned for Esther's second feast.
Esther, these parties are fun, but what is your request? It shall be granted to you, and then I can get back on my keto diet.
O king, I have found favor in your sight, and if it pleases thee, I would ask that my life and the life of my people be spared. See, I'm Jewish, and all Jews have been sentenced to a horrible fate.
Who is he who caused you such sorrow? Who is the man that would cause harm to your people like so?
It is Haman, O king. Remember, he asked you if he could kill all the Jews, and you were like, sounds good.
That rings a bell. Guards, take this man.
Have the gallows prepared as per Haman's orders.
Good. Go ahead and use them to hang Haman. And as for Mordecai, bring the man to me.
Mordecai enters.
You sent for me, my king?
I name you my right-hand man, counselor, and BFF. You may wear my ring and pass my laws. I give you Haman's house and wealth.
Mordecai and Esther fall at the king's feet.
And as for the laws Haman passed, I now decree that no Jew is to be harmed in my kingdom. And if anyone disobeys this, the Jews would have the full right to defend themselves.
All this was done as the king had said. Mordecai grew great among men and started a successful bear fighting ring. The Jews defended themselves against all those who would seek them harm. As for Haman, his wife, and his sons, they were hanged on the same gallows they had originally prepared for Mordecai, which doesn't seem very fair to his sons. And so it came to be that the 13th day of the 12th month of every year was marked as a day of celebration for the miracle that happened that day. Thousands of years later, we still celebrate by attending carnivals and having a grand old time.
We can't hear it.
Darn it, still having malfunctions. Sounded good too.
Nice. Let's give everyone a round of applause. Excellent. Nice. Very nice. Thank you, all the thespians. And we will announce the winner of our costume competition at the end. There are prizes. And for now, we are going to do a Misha Berach. Misha Berach is a healing blessing. So if you know someone or you do that needs healing, we are going to say a special prayer for them for healing, a Misha Berach. And we will, everybody can see the service, I hope. Back on, and we have a list of people. So we have Linda, Scott, Paul, Toby, Amy, Shoshana, Liz, Jill, Ellen, Maureen, Carol, Sean, Annette, Michelle, Randy, Brenda, and Merle. And anybody else who wants to unmute now and mention names, now is the time. Please do so.
Ukraine.
Yali, hello.
Solkoff, Mark Solkoff.
Amy Barilla.
And we wish them healing in body and spirit as we sing the Misha Berach. Misha Berach, our fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Misha Berach, our mothers Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, may the one bless those who are sick with complete good health, the renewal of spirit, the renewal of body. Let us say Amen. Misha Berach Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, veYaakov. Misha Berach Imotenu,
שרה רבקה לאה ורחל, הוא יברך את כל החולים עם רפואה שלמה, רפואת הנפש, רפואת הגוף, ונאמר אמן, אמן, amen.
Amidah, please rise physically or spiritually, and we are going to have myself and Israel lead us in the prayer. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גואל לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך חוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ופוקד שרה.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל לחיים בחסד, מחיה כל חי ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו, לישני יפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות כל חי. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה כל חי. אתה קדוש בשמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום, יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Amen. Let's all unmute, and Ellen Bernstein is going to lead us responsively in the reading.
May we see the day when war and bloodshed cease, when a great peace will embrace the whole world.
And
Nation will not
and human family will not
Again, no war.
No war.
For all who live on earth shall realize we have not come into being to hate or to destroy. We have come into being to praise, to labor, and to love.
Compassionate God, bless leaders of nations, all nations, for compassion.
Fulfill the promise conveyed in Scripture. I will bring peace to the land, and you shall lie down, and no one shall terrify you.
I will
Let justice and righteousness flow like a mighty stream. Let God's peace fill the earth as the waters fill the sea. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. May the one who makes peace give us peace, spread peace all over Israel, spread peace all over the world. May the one who makes peace give us peace, spread peace all over Israel, spread peace all over the world, over the world.
And let's get our Kiddush cup and do some Kiddush. Bless the wine. סברי חברה, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצבנו ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה וראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת אמן לחיים. Cheers. And let's all unmute and join Israel as he leads us with in Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שנתן לנו וחיי עולם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים
לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of winter, we remember them. In the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. Long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. And if anybody has a yortzeit or anyone you want to mention, a loved one that's here with us in spirit but not physically, you may do it now.
My doctor of over 40 years, Tom McGuire, who died recently.
All those who perished in the war that we don't know their names, but God and their families do or don't.
Yeah.
David Perlmutter, my late husband.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי והמליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל העולם, ואמרו אמן.
Amen.
And may their memories be full of blessing. And one more song, Adon Olam, or prayer, that we're going to sing, and then we'll announce, we'll do a little challah blessing, and we'll announce who the winner or winners are for our costume competition. I saw a couple of good ones, so stay tuned. אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא, לעת נשא בחפצו כל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא, ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא, והוא היה והוא הווה והוא בתפארה, והוא אחד ואין שני, להמשילו להכבירה, בלי ראשית בלי תכלית, ולא העוז והמשרה, והוא אלי וחי גואלי, וצור חבלי בצרה, והוא מנוס לי מנת כוסי, ביום אקרא בידו אפקיד רוחי, ותישן בעירה, ועם רוחי גבייתי, אדוני לי ולא יירא. אדון עולם אשר בטרם כל יציר
בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא שמו נקרא.
Happy Purim Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Let's give the thespians a big round of applause again. And we're going to announce the winners. But first, we need to do a challah, little challah blessing. So if you have your challah, you can show it. Or we also kind of put our hands together like this, if you don't have a challah, to kind of create a challah. And we sing the blessing. And maybe everybody can unmute. Let's all unmute and sing it. And maybe Izzy and Ari will kind of lead us in it. And Jessica, you ready? Here's a tasty loaf of challah, loaf of challah, loaf of challah. Here's a tasty loaf of challah, and now we say the bracha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem Amen. Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, Purim Shabbat, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Purim Shabbat. Another moment of truth, the winners of our competition, and there are actually, there's a little bit of a twist in our, we have to have a twist. It's our Ahavah. We don't do anything in the box. Everything is out of the box. So, but I was looking around and I really saw someone who put so much effort into this, to the costume. And that is, and I think it's Spider-Man, but I'm not sure that's the costume. It could be something like a hybrid of something, but maybe he'll tell us. And that is Noah. So everybody give a round of applause. Noah, say something about your costume, maybe.
Yay, Noah.
I only have 2 costumes in my house, Spider-Man and also a wizard, which is what I was for Halloween last year. So hybrid Spider-Wizard.
Nice. That's what I thought. That was some kind of a nice hybrid. Very nice. And the twist is that Noah gets the big prize. So Noah's going to send me his address. And as with everything, everybody who gets the prizes, email me with your addresses. We're going to send it out within the next week, and you'll get something really special. Noah's going to get the big prize. And the twist is every single person who was our thespian in the Purim Spiel is going to win a prize. Everybody get a round of applause. And also, every one of the kids who are here, who can hear us, you are getting a prize as well for showing up and being here with us. And we hope to see you even more. Round of applause for those kids. Some of them are going to be bar mitzvah soon, or next year soon, in Jewish life, next year is soon. And so everybody who's getting a prize, email me with your address, with your mailing address, and we will send you the prizes. And Noah's going to get the big one, and everybody else is going to get a really nice one too. Don't worry. It's going to be really nice. Now, and also tell me if there are any allergies or anything else we need to know about. So when you send your email address, if there are allergies, let us know. If not, then everything's good. And if yes, everything's good too. We have that too. So welcome to our Ahavah. And I hope everybody enjoyed our Purim Spiel. We hope to do some plays here and there about the Torah portion once in a while. We hope that everybody that's here, all our bar mitzvah kids, we're going to see them at least once a month. That was one of our requests, that they come just at least once a month. And our services are always fun, always out of the box. They're not always well, they are kind of this lively, right? Always. Thank you, everyone who's come today. We want to say a very happy Purim, that was, but is, and was and is. And also Shabbat Shalom. Have a really, really good weekend, and do something fun this weekend, okay? Let's do a lot of fun stuff. Yeah. Bye, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.